What's up, guys? Trying to figure out a few things. Just give you guys a view of this tank before I get started. Got my 220 in here, thanks to my brother and his friend. Appreciate it. And thank you for this filter. You know who you are. It's pretty awesome. Got a bag of goodies. Got it pretty cheap. It's gonna help out with this tank. It's an FX5, so be part of my filtration. Got the lids, the glass canopies. Right now, as it stands, I need a stand. I need some sand. I need a light. What else do I need? And I need a heater. I think that's all I need to get this thing started. But first, I plan on getting a Aqua Decor background. I've been emailing them, asking a few questions. I was just initially I was thinking just the back panel, but now they have me thinking. After speaking with them about a few things and after looking up things online, I'm thinking I might want to just wrap the sides, but I'm not 100% sure still. I'm thinking I'm gonna take like 2 or 3 days to take all this in. I'm gonna get all the measurements down of what I want to do. But if I wrap it, it will look like that, and if I don't wrap it, it will look like that, pretty much. So I know they've Aqua Decor's changed some things up. So right now there's a little gap between hair and the glass, the background and the glass. So some sand gets in there, not a big deal. That's never gonna stop. But now they offer, with every background you purchase from them with a similar style like this, you will get a screen netting attached to it, so it'll stop any fish from going back there, which is really nice. So they did a good job with doing that, updating that for people. So yeah, my debate right now is the Aqua Decor background and what I plan on doing with it. There's a few different things. The reason why I'm really debating it is because I keep trying to nail down here. Fingers showing. I'm sorry. This side viewing panel right here, I never ever look into. Oh, you can see my heater controller fell. I gotta fix that. But I never view this side of the tank. It's a nice view. I mean, it looks really cool. But my thought process with this is, if I ever did buy a tripod or whatever, I could set it up right here at this point on top of here. But I don't bother with all that. When I view it, I view it from the front. It's not to say I'll never want to do that, but before I knew I was going to leave that open, I thought the filtration was going underneath in these cabinets here, but they don't fit. They ended up in here. I told you guys this story in, I think, my first video. So yeah, I'm not sure if it matters or not if I leave it open, but I do like it closed like that because you get a lot of cool stuff going on in the corner that protrudes out to you, which makes it and gives it that 3D name of a 3D background. When as this side, it still gives you some of that same effect, but it's just, it's just not the same. So I like that style. It looks more complete. Is it, sorry, there's my finger again, but is it right for the style tank I want to do? I'm not sure. I just think I think it'll look nice in here. And I also have to think about, once I do end up building this tank, the bigger tank down the road, because of circumstances, these guys aren't always going to be in here. So I have to think about what am I going to do next after these guys are out of here. I'm not going to always have Lake Malawi fish in this tank. So this tank will actually ultimately be something else in the end, which might be a year from now, it might not be. So we're going to see about that. But the whole side panel thing, I think I figured out a way to have the best of both worlds. What if I still have them wrap the corner, so I'll get that cool effect in the corner, and also be able to put my intakes and returns on one on each side, I guess. What if I did that, and what if I had them keep like a porthole, like a 12-inch porthole, but what if they put rocks around that to make it look like a natural looking hole? And then what I can do is I'll still be able to view it from this side, and if I don't want to view it from that side, I would just cover it up with some black something, I don't know, we'll see. And then it'll just, like, this side look like a natural looking hole. it could look out of place or it could look really freaking cool. So it's something I have to really put my mind into, because I would rather just cover it and I know it'll look nice than to not cover it and it won't be exactly, you know, what I want. I don't want some just random hole that just, yeah, it just doesn't look normal. Like some of these guys have those holes and it looks amazing, but with my luck and the way I do things, it's not going to work out. I know it. So we'll see. It's just my luck, I guess. But the other option, which I also like a lot, and I'm pretty sure they can do, so I'll show you guys. This is kind of my thought process of it. This whole area right here, say, is like a 4x4 box inside of there, and on the other side of the tank it's the same thing. I've showed you guys this before. It's behind all these rocks. Take you guys over here. It's gonna have a hard time seeing it, but it's right there. And what if I had them, sorry, I had to pause it for a moment there. I had a visitor. So yeah, what if I had them put a box like that, but instead of going all the way down with that box, like what if I had them go like halfway down or like a foot down, like 12 inches down, or wherever I would want it. Let's say it would be over here in the corner, so it would look like a rock coming out, and then behind it would be like a box like those, but big enough so that I can put a power head or 2 power heads in it, and now that's going to create more circulation in the tank. But I'm not sure if they're able to do that and me have a porthole and have those rocks built up in the corner coming out. You know, it's like kind of like trying to get everything in one, and this tank is a little bigger, so I have a little bit more room. It's a little bit more flexible, but I don't think it's deep enough to have all of that stuff. I could be wrong. I don't know. I got to do some measuring, but we'll see. Like I said, you know, it could be like the coolest ideas ever and it might work, or it could just be like a complete fail and just some big hole looking thing in the glass, and I'm just going to always stare at that when I come to the tank instead of the fish. So I might skip that and just do the whole power head thing on both sides, because if I put the intake on one side and the return on one side, I'm just going to have the tank circulating in one flow pattern all the time. So if I was to put power heads on both sides, you know, 2 on each side in those boxes, I think that would be nice, because I can change up the circulation when I want to. Obviously it wouldn't be all the time, or it would mess up the flow of the filters, but it still would be nice to be able to kick that on and change up the patterns of the fish, so it'll feel more natural in the end. That's all. But that's about all that situation entails. So I am in the process of doing that. I have to get a stand. I have plenty of time for the stand though. Debating. Once I figure out the whole background situation, I think I'll have about 30 days from the time they make it to the time it'll actually be at my door. At least by what other people have said their orders took, and by going off of my last order for this background specifically, it took about 30 days. So we'll see. I'll have 30 days to get a stand, get it figured out, get it moved in place, and go from there. This tank, here's another new update. I purchased a breeding pair of Taiwan Reefs, which is really cool. There's the female, and the male just went away. That's my other Taiwan Reef that I was growing out, which is really cool, but he's actually coloring up a lot, that little guy, and he got a lot bigger. So I'm not sure how good it is to have 2 males in there with 1 female, but we'll see. So far everything's good. Can't wait to get these guys going in here, and hopefully I'll set up a breeding station at some point. And obviously it's not going to be per. I'm like speaking crazy right now. Per. Obviously it's not going to be for profit. It's literally just going to be for my own self doing, to say, hey, you know, I can breed fish, I know how to breed fish, and if you want some fish, I got some fish, let's trade. I don't know, we'll see how it goes, but it's going to be a project in itself. So let's get this one started and go from there. But what do you guys think? Should I just do the back of this tank, or should I have them wrap it? I'm running out of time. I have 10 seconds left. It's about the 5th time I tried doing this video, and I am sorry, but I will do another video soon. I'll see you guys later. Bye.